Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a front window regulator, power window regulator, on this 2003 Honda Odyssey. Pretty much the same for any 99 to 03, or I'm sorry, 99 to 04 Odyssey. We'll show you the driver's side door. Passenger side door is the same procedure. Tools you'll need are a small flat blade screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, a 10mm socket and ratchet, or a 10mm wrench will work as well, and some painter's tape.
Okay, start with a small screwdriver, and if you look into this cup here, there's a little trap door pry up, and you can see a Phillips screw there. And then there would be another trap door here, but it's missing on this vehicle, but there's a Phillips screw there. Okay, remove these two Phillips screws. Okay, pull up and then back on this and pull it out, and there's two connectors. They both have just little tabs right in the middle top here on this blue one. Press it down. Okay, and this brown one, press down, pull it out. The door handle pulls forward and then out. And again, now there's a clip here on a rod. Just push that clip either with your finger or the screwdriver. Push that clip around, pull the rod up and out. And then there's a connector here. Pull that off. Small screwdriver right up here. Pull this out a little bit, work the screwdriver underneath, pry it out, pull that up. At the bottom, and work your finger underneath and pull firmly. Okay. Release the clips. They're probably not going to release. If your door panel's never been off, it may be a little more difficult to release. But release those clips, then lift your panel up. Okay, off. And then your speaker is connected right down here. And the tab is kind of, there's two tabs on each side. Just squeeze the connector and pull it off.
Okay, now using a Phillips screwdriver, remove the control box and the bracket, and then carefully pull. Actually, you have two plugs at the top. Use a flat blade screwdriver, pull off the plugs, and then slowly remove the water shield. And around the speaker, it's a little stickier, so we just kind of left it in place to do the work.
Next, we're going to remove the window, and this is a cable-operated regulator. So if you kind of reach back here, normally what happens is the cable breaks, or some part of it breaks, and you can actually just grab onto your window and move it up and down by hand. And you want to move it into a position so that when you look through these holes, you'll see a 10mm bolt. And that 10mm bolt holds the regulator onto the window. So there's two 10mm bolts you want to remove here and here.
Now use a 10mm socket with a ratchet and extension. Remove those bolts. You could also use a wrench just by reaching in through the door, but the socket and ratchet will be much easier. And now just slide the window up, and with your forehands, and you can see we have a little helper there, just tape the window up using some painter's tape to hold it in place. Now your window motor is plugged in on a plate down here. There's little tabs. Just push the tabs in, pull out, and then use a Phillips screwdriver to remove the screw that holds that plate on. And then a pair of pliers to squeeze the clips in back and pull the connectors off of the plate.
And then there are three bolts here. You're going to remove this one and loosen these two. And then you'll remove these two down here, remove this one here, and either loosen or you'll have to remove this one up here.
And I'm going to use my 10mm socket with ratchet and extension again, and remove those bolts. Just fast forward through it here. Now reach down in and pull the window motor up and out, push the harnesses through the door, and then reach in and remove the regulator and motor assembly.
So the new regulator for 1L is on the left, the old regulator's on the right. You can see everything's the same. The connectors are all the same. If you compare the connectors right side by side, they have the clips on them and everything, just like the original.
Now hold both regulators side by side, and you'll take a couple of the bolts out of the old regulator and motor. Just transfer these bolts into the new regulator. That just makes it a little easier when you go to install it. I'm going to speed up here a little bit as I put the regulator back into place and hang the rail up by that one bolt at the top. Then I make sure that the two bolts line up and hang up the window motor, pull the plug through, and then really speed it up here as I just put the rest of the bolts in and tighten everything up nice and firm. Okay, make sure you put the little clip that's lower on the harness. It clips into the door from the back side, and then clip the connectors to the plate. After you do that, make sure you plug everything back in, and then reinstall the plate with the Phillips screw. There's a little tab at the bottom that slides into the door, and then the plate just installs with that one screw. Remove the tape that's holding your window up. Slide the window down to line up with the regulator. Now use your socket and ratchet or your wrench and put those two bolts back in, tighten them up, and after you tighten them up, we can reconnect your window switch and do a little test. Okay, and now we can just put the water shield back in place, kind of stick it all back on where it goes, put the little plugs in at the top, then use Phillips screwdriver and remount the bracket for the door panel as well as the control box. Reactivate all those tabs. Okay. Put this, there's a little tab at the bottom, push that in and down. Your door handle, reconnect our door lock if you have it. Pull this rod out, put it down in, flip the clip around and lock it on. Okay, handle goes in, and slide it back. Okay. This, reconnect the blue clip in the back, brown clip. Okay. Put the front in first, slide it forward, down and in. The screws back on. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.1aauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.